and welcome to the Pink Sheep Tales podcast. Pink Sheep Tales? What's this all about, I hear you ask? Well, the name is based on the old saying, black sheep of the family, and tales, T-A-L-E-S, is a play on words because we'll be hearing people's life stories. So through this podcast, I'm so excited to be able to share these remarkable stories from inspirational children and adults with you. These everyday people are building amazing businesses, excelling in their careers, exceptional in their industries, choosing unique career paths, and all in the name of living their best life. My goal is to encourage listeners to follow their passions and be inspired by our pink sheep who have and are doing just that. So let's do it. Let's open the gate and hear this week's Pink Sheep Tale. Hi, and welcome to this week's Pink Sheep Tales. And today I have Sue Inch with me. Now, I've known Sue for over 10 years, and I class her as one of my good friends now. She's just so fantastic. So, to give Sue some titles, Sue's an Enyo business owner, a mum of 3 adult children,
yes,
and a CrossFit. Now, we can't decide, is it addict or enthusiast? We'll find out. So, to start with, we're going to talk to Sue and find out where she is in life at the moment and where her business is right now. So, over to you, Sue.
Thank you, Christine. So, I did also forget to mention that I'm wife of Wayne Inch, who also runs a business.
Wayne.
So, I help him as well
Yes.
in the office,
Yes.
and do wages and bookkeeping and things for him as well. So,
And he made a cameo appearance before,
Yes.
didn't he? Yes.
Yes. I did. So, yes, I do a few things, but Enyo for me is my main focus, my little business that I have with a team of girls that I work with. And, yes, I show people how to clean and love Enyo.
So, for people who might know Enyo, it's
a cleaning product.
And it's distributed through home...
In-home demonstration.
That's
yes. Right. Yep.
Excellent. And they can, listeners can pop over to our podcast that we just recorded before, which will be available about eco-cleaning.
Yes.
And you talk all about
Enyo.
And its benefits.
Yes.
You're very good at this, Sue. Very, very good. So in this podcast, we're really talking about you. How did Sue become inspirational Sue, who inspires lots of people, has a fantastic little business, always positive, always, on the go. Let's take it back.
I suggest that it's probably because I'm self-driven and self-motivated. I also have a fabulous family behind me, supporting me, that do basically let me do what I want when I want, give me their input and their thoughts as well, and that really guides me on where I'm at. My business at the moment is very successful as far as lots of work happening. That's always a guide, and also good work-life balance as well at the moment. So I get a little bit of time off and a little bit of business time. So for me, that is good.
That is great, because you've got a beautiful home here, and it's nice that you're able to sit by your pool and enjoy it.
Enjoy the weather, except it's raining.
Well, it will be in a minute, yes. But also your nice wildlife.
Yes, lots of wildlife that you can hear.
Yeah. So how long have you been with Enyo?
16 years with Enyo, yes.
So you're one of the founding members when it came to Australia?
No, there was a lot more people in there before me as far as founding members and original people. But, in the early days, I certainly was, one of the first few, I guess.
So just to double up on our other podcast, how long has Enyo been over here?
25 years.
25 years.
Yes.
Okay, so if we go back, before Enyo, Little Sue, what was Little Sue like at school?
Well, I was just actually looking at school reports a few weeks ago.
Oh.
And always easily distracted, and Sue would do way better if she concentrated more and did a little bit more work and wasn't so easily distracted. So, probably wasn't the A-grade student that people are. when they have successful businesses. So, yeah, I left school at the end of grade 8, early grade 9. So didn't really have any kind of career ideas, or, I was probably a little bit of a rebel at the time. So, yeah, I certainly didn't fit the A-class student, so to speak.
So what was your plan after leaving school?
Oh, I didn't really have a plan.
Have fun.
Yes, that could be
Yeah.
it. I was probably a little bit of a rebel at the time because my parents separated at the time, and so that was me rebelling and leaving school and leaving home.
Oh. And have you gone back to any studies since then?
No.
No?
No, haven't needed it.
Oh, good.
Only NEO studies.
NEO studies. So, if we move forward, what would be the next big milestone in your life? So you've left school,
Yep.
and you're
Done a few things.
You're having fun. You're
living on my own in my own house, not with my parents, doing my own thing. I think probably the big change in my life where I sort of learnt to grow up was probably when I met my husband. He's a sensible person, and I'm probably not as sensible as him.
Oh.
Or probably wasn't at the time. And so, yeah, I think he's probably guided me through a lot of being more grounded.
And how old were you when you met?
We were 19, I think, 19, 20. 19 or 20, not in 1920.
Well, Sue, I must say, Sante is doing wonders for your skin.
And he's a bricklayer, so he's sort of always worked for himself as well. So, yeah.
Oh,
I think that's probably when things changed my life.
Okay. And what were you doing for work then?
I was working in media advertising, so I worked for an advertising agency just in an office, as a little bit of a secretary, typing, that kind of thing, office work.
And how long were you in that job for?
4 years for a couple of different advertising agencies, yeah.
Okay, and so what was Sue up to after that?
So then I worked at a nut and bolt company in the office, and I was just in the office there for a couple of years, and then I became a sales rep. So I had a little area out at Wacol that I used to work. And then I got married and had children. And so my plan was not to give up work entirely, but to spend time with the family and have children and not do a lot then. So I just did a couple of part-time sort of jobs, distributing and that kind of thing.
Okay.
Marketing.
So going back to your nuts and bolts job in sales, was that selling to other companies?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, selling to companies that, wanted contracts, they built railway lines and things like that. So, yes.
So did you think you had a knack for sales?
Yes, I think I did have a knack for sales. Mind you, I don't think nuts and bolts were my passion. But I did okay at it.
Okay. You're in your sales, and sales is kind of like self-promotion. You're promoting a product, but they're also buying into your personality, and they want to like the person who's selling them the product.
Yeah,
so
they want a connection.
That's right, a connection. So at any point were you sort of thinking, I want to have my own business? You wanted to be your own boss?
Look, I don't think I did. I don't think I had a plan when I'm thinking back to it. But I did always think I don't really want to be working for someone forever. But it was only in the back of my mind. It was never a big driving force to get out and start my own business and anything like that in those years when I had my children. I think I was more focused on my family, being a mum, and just getting through and helping Wayne in his business because he was the bricklayer. He was I would be helping him in office work and things like that for him then. And really, we just sort of chugged along. Yeah, I really didn't think or have any big plans for myself. Like Richard Branson did, or those big business people.
But everyone knows about them.
Yeah,
everyone.
There was never a plan, I suppose.
Yeah, and that's good because sometimes best things come from.
Actually, I'm thinking now. When I had young children, I did used to think of, I used to make my own kids' clothes, and with a friend of mine, we used to do our own sewing because we couldn't afford buying, expensive clothes and going to shops all the time because we were on one income. And I used to think then, what can I make that nobody else has made that I can go to the markets and sell? So I guess that's probably something, I always was thinking, what can I do to make money?
Yeah.
So I guess, I probably was thinking about doing something, but not ever branching out and, being my own boss.
Yeah. We can sort of, looking back now, we can sort of see there might have been that little boss gene.
Yeah, a bit of an inkling.
Yes, that you could see you wanted to fill a need in the market as well.
Yes, that's right.
Through your own need.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's awesome. So did you have a name for that, your little clothesline?
We did. We used to make little material nappies, with the Velcro sides before they were even invented. So this would have been 29 years ago.
Wow.
And this was a relative of ours that we used to, I used to hang around with, and she had children the same age, and let's make these. I can't even think of the name of them, but anyway, we didn't do much with it because we both just got too busy in our children's life, looking after the babies and stuff. So
Why did you choose to do cloth nappies? Were you looking for cloth nappies with an easier...
Yeah, probably.
Because I can remember with my niece, who is 20... She's 29.
Yes, well, my son's 29. Yes.
Oh, golly.
Yes.
Golly, how does that happen?
Yes.
Anyway, I can remember her in cloth nappies and the big safety pins.
Yes.
And I was only young when Courtney came along, but I remember thinking, I hope I don't stab her. Like, I've got to get it through the cloth.
Yeah, maybe I stabbed my thumbs too many times.
Maybe. Oh, well, but it's really interesting because I know another friend who started doing her own child's clothing line when she had kids.
Yeah.
Because she saw, I want all these different, more foo-foo things for my girls.
Yeah.
So she just started doing it herself, and she ended up, I think it was either Myers or David Jones started distributing her.
Yeah, fantastic.
So that's really good. So, you're doing your little clothing line, you're helping your husband with his business, you have your little babies, you're raising the kids.
Yes. So
what's the next milestone?
The next milestone would be discovering Enyo. So that would have been when my youngest child, Nicola, was, she would have been maybe 5 or I can't even think of her age yet, but when she was young, cleaning was my thing, I guess, because I was a housewife sitting at home. Gee, that's very cliche. The housewife. My husband cleans as well. But I guess I guess maybe my passion was cleaning. I was always very OCD. To use the line.
Yeah, perfect, Sue. Perfect product placement.
I can remember cleaning my house one day and my friend coming over too early. I was still vacuuming and mopping, and I cracked up and said, "What are you doing? You're here too early. I told you to come in half an hour. Not now. I'm still cleaning." So I think cleaning was always something that I enjoyed, and I liked the result of the clean home. So I guess when I found Enyo, that was probably the next thing for me. But I didn't think I was going to start an Enyo business or sell Enyo because that's not me.
Yeah.
There was no way I was going to do, party plan and have parties or anything like that. That's just not in my nature.
So between your little babies being little, you were making the clothes and you're starting Enyo. Were you working for someone doing cleaning during that period?
Actually, yes. Now I can say that, but not probably for that long period. I did a little bit of marketing, like putting up advertising and point of sale marketing in a few little shops and things, which I was doing just 2 or 3 days a week.
Yeah.
And then I went, I'm sick of this. I'm just going to work myself, and that's when I did do some cleaning. So I was cleaning for a few friends and word of mouth people just a couple of days a week, and it was good. It was a nice little side income that I quite enjoyed.
And you were using chemicals?
Yeah, lots of them. Big fan of bleach and all the kinds of chemicals back in the day. Yeah. That's why I think when Enyo came along, it hit me in the face as, oh my goodness, there is something else that works,
Yeah.
and it's so much healthier for me.
And 16 years ago,
Yes.
it would have been a big eye-opener.
Yes, very much so, because there was nothing about being environmentally friendly or worrying about waste or anything like that. So, yeah, most definitely.
And you were saying in our earlier podcast that your sister said that you need to...
Yes.
So was there something going on in your life that she thought...
Probably that just everyone knew I was a clean freak. Probably because I didn't have anything else to do except look after the children and clean. So my sister said to me one day, Sue, have you heard of this Enyo? You know, it's amazing. It cleans. You don't need to use chemicals. Oh, wow, no. I'm sure that doesn't work, but show me.
Yeah.
So, I had a demo and found, all this butter being wiped on my bench and then being cleaned off with Enyo and going, wow, this stuff works. I don't need bleach. So, that's how it happened. And my friends said, Sue, you're so passionate about this. You love it. You should sell it. And I went, no way am I going to sell it. This is party plan. I can't do that. I'm not pushy. I'm not a pressure person. I'm not no. And then I did.
So is your friend, was she the consultant?
No, these are just my friends who were at my party on this day who all went, Sue, you should sell this.
So at the party, were you like just jumping around like a little jelly bean?
Yeah.
Were you?
So I was a little bit nutso because I was very excited, and I think I still am today. I'm very passionate about product.
Yeah. Well, and that's what people pick up on.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, very sincere.
Yeah.
And authentic.
Yeah.
Because I love the product.
That's right. You're not a traditional sales person. You just, look, I love this. Do you want to love it too?
Have it. That's right.
Yeah.
No, everyone needs to discover it. So, yeah.
So you're at that demo and everyone's saying, Sue, here's your calling. Here's your calling. We can see it.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to sign up?
About 2 weeks.
And
said to the consultant, you better sign me right now because I will change my mind. And so she did. She signed me up and here I am today.
And what would have changed your mind? What had you on the fence?
Self-doubt. I would have gone, I can't do this. I would have got nervous. I would have had a fear of not knowing what was happening or coming up, and I probably would have backed out due to self-doubt.
And traditionally, party plan is
come and
go, and it can be quite confronting because you are in someone's personal space, aren't you?
Right.
Even though you're invited, it's still like you
confronting.
You can't get any closer to them, really, can you?
Right.
Yeah. So. But when we look back, when you were doing the nuts and bolts sales, you'd already sort of built a sales background from doing that, and obviously enjoyed it.
Yes, I did, and that was very man-orientated business as well. So I guess I used to have to stand up for myself and really confront my fears then. So.
And the nuts and bolts, you were saying, probably wasn't your passion. So probably the key is. You had your little sales expertise and then you found your perfect product.
That's right.
And then it's a match made in heaven.
You bet it is.
Oh,
most definitely.
Perfect. What's your Enyo journey then? How does that work?
What's my driving force maybe?
So if other people were thinking, oh, well, I really love cleaning too. I feel like Sue's telling my story and people have said to me, oh, this is great. Or their mum's at home and they'd like
give it a go is what I'd say. Jump in, boots and all. Don't be afraid. But I think we are in a comfort zone, and getting out of that comfort zone is difficult. Getting out and taking a leap of faith and going, yep, you know what, I'm going to give this a go. And I think also I'm the sort of person that always thinks, what's the worst that can happen? Am I going to die? No. So give it a go because you don't know until you try.
Have you had ups and downs in the journey and you've thought, oh, no, I've got to, I need to find something else. This is too much. So
definitely. It does, but that's the same in any business.
Yes.
Any business is ups and downs, peaks and troughs. But in your own business, you have to be self-driven. So you've got to believe in yourself and know that you're going to come out of it and come through that trough and build back up. So I think it's normal to have the peaks and troughs, but you've got to believe in your own ability to get yourself out of it and have a bit of, my little word is stickability. Don't give up at the first failure. fail and give it another go. You've got to fail to succeed. That's probably a cliche as well, but it's true.
Yeah, so many cliches are true.
That's exactly right. Yeah, you learn from your mistakes. If you're not making mistakes, you're never going to learn.
That's right. And so what term do you like to use for the Enyo sales structure? Do you say party plan?
Direct sales.
Direct sales.
Yeah.
So to take out the mystery or the scariness of direct sales, so it's not always just direct selling. You manage staff?
Yes.
Or
I've got
other
a team.
consultants?
Yeah. Well, I guess it's women or people in business.
On a note there, how many men sell Enyo?
There's been a few men come and go and still stay. So, yeah, it's a man's business and a girl's business, a woman's business, but predominantly female. Mainly, but it does change because more and more I find so many more men are cleaning in the family home, but they may already have a job and they're the income earner of the family. So having an Enyo business for them is maybe not for them, but that's where they'll suggest, well, what about if my wife had a try? So, yeah, I mean, there is men that do it, but it's predominantly female.
Okay, and sorry, I just sidetracked you there. You were going to explain, take the mystery out of direct selling. What does direct selling involve for you?
It's direct selling. It's going into somebody's home directly and showing them how the product works, giving them a choice to try before they buy. That's how I say it. And people don't have to buy. It's obligation free. But by seeing the product work in their own home, they're wowed by the product and they can see it work. So for me, it's just a no-brainer. The product is fantastic and everyone should see it. Once they've seen it, they want it.
Yeah. And so you do your own marketing?
Enyo does that for us. Yeah, we are referred word of mouth, obviously, through my direct clients, but any kind of advertising or marketing that needs to be done, Enyo look after that, which is fantastic. I've also got a whole bunch of staff at warehouse that pack all the orders and send them all out to my customers, and a great online ordering system as well. So, yeah, I'm really just the middleman between Enyo and my customer.
So you have a team?
Yes.
Can you just explain the structure?
Yes. So there's Barb DeCordy. She's the CEO. She runs Perth, Enyo Perth head office. She has all the stock over there, and then she has a team of head office staff, and then also Enyo senior team leaders, which is myself, and other leaders around the country, and then they have teams of Enyo consultants, or Enyopreneurs. And yeah, you can basically work your way up from an Enyopreneur to a senior Enyopreneur and then a senior team leader and have your own team of people. So yeah, I've got 28 girls on my team.
Wow.
Around southeast Queensland. And yeah, I think the most inspiring thing for me is seeing them grow and be successful as well.
Yeah, so it's not just the selling aspect. You're people managing.
Yes, definitely. People managing, training and supporting and believing. I call myself the people believer. You've got to have belief in people.
Yeah.
And sometimes they don't see it themselves. So someone has to believe in them.
Yeah.
And that's often me.
Yeah. No, it's awesome, Sue. It's awesome. You are a very encouraging person and positive.
Yes,
positive.
I try to be.
Yes. So we've spoken a lot about the positives of your business.
Yes.
And you. So now I want to sort of focus on, has there been any challenges? And it might not just be with your Enyo business, sort of if you think back of other careers or motherhood or being a wife or any part of your life, have there been major challenges and you're kind of like, oh, it's all too much.
Yeah.
How have you overcome it? How have you come through and to be Sue?
Dig deep. Yeah, look, in both of our businesses, in the Enyo business and in our building business as well, I mean, things change in both industries. I can remember in the building industry when things changed and there was a dry up of building. The GST and the, what do you call it,
Financial crisis?
Yes.
Yes.
The financial crisis, and everything stopped. And so there was no work, not a lot of work for Wayne around. We had a mortgage and a family. I had an Enyo business, so I really had to ramp up and do more work and get out there in a climate that was probably difficult to be in as well. And there was a long time there where things weren't fantastic, and you just have to keep plugging away, be consistent, do small things consistently and daily, and get through the negatives. And I think talking to your partner or your family, letting them know where you're at, and getting support from them as well is a big thing to make sure that you do get through stuff like that, because you have to dig deep when things don't go to plan. The business model's changed with Enyo a few times too. Myself as a manager, things have changed a few times, and there'll be times there where I've gone, I don't agree with this, and this isn't how I want it to be, and it's going to affect me. But you just have to go, well, what do I want to do? Do I want to walk away, or do I want to keep going and keep giving it a go? What's the bottom line? Do I enjoy doing what I do? Yes, so keep going.
Make it work.
Yeah, that's it, make it work.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you do have to do that. You do have to change. That is probably the biggest thing. People don't like change, and I say often, I hate change. You've got to be able to change. You've got to be flexible in what you're doing and accept that change is good.
Thinking of your Enyo business, what are you most proud of?
I'm most proud of the number of women that I've probably influenced in their own business, because this business is not for everybody, but it's for most people. They'll come to this business, they'll meet like-minded people, they'll learn something for sure, and they may not stick around for a long time, but they'll meet like-minded, positive other business people. And they might stick around too and have a successful business that goes long-term, or they might stick around for a short-term and just do it for a little while. That, for me, inspiring women and believing in them and getting them to know that they can do it. And they might go away like yourself and build a great business like your OCD cleaning. I've got lots of ladies that I know who've come along to Enyo, picked up some fabulous business skills and gone and taken them somewhere else. So for me, it's about just being supportive and inspiring women to know that they have got what it takes. So that's what I like about this business.
Oh, good. And so taking the focus off the business, what are you most proud of yourself?
My children.
No.
Well, my three children, I've always said to them, or we've always said to them, you've got to be happy in what you're doing. So we've never pushed them anyway in what they want to do, but they've all come out doing jobs that they love or working where they enjoy their surroundings. So they're all doing things that they're happy doing. They're not. It's really important to love your job, regardless of what it is. You've got to be happy, turning up every day. So whether it's working for yourself or working for a boss, you need to be happy. So for me, my children, the three of them, all enjoy their jobs and enjoy where they work. And that's my proudest moment for myself and my husband, probably.
Oh, that's awesome. And that's what I'm hoping to inspire with when I do the interviews with the children, that it's not your dollar figure, it's not your grades, it's not if you've gone to uni, it's your happiness.
Yes, that's right. You don't need to go to uni. You don't need to, you need to be doing something. You need to be chasing your passion. You need to find your thing and run with that, regardless of what it is.
And regardless of what other people are saying about it.
Definitely.
Because things change. Yep. You might have this idea now and think, oh, this is, I want to be an actor and follow that. But along the way, you might come across something else, and it's okay to divert.
Yep.
And definitely. It doesn't mean failure. It doesn't mean you can't come back to it. It's something else that's taking your interest.
Diversion, definitely. And you definitely chase what you want.
Because it's a long time to be doing something if you're unhappy.
Very long time.
Yeah.
Way too stressful for that.
Exactly. And you spend so much time at work. And if it's your own business, I always find it funny
I come across people, and I do, and it surprises me, that run their own business and they're not happy.
No.
Well, go work for someone.
Yes.
Because you can cut out 50% of the stress. You don't have to, you can clock on at 9 and clock off at 5. Leave all the other stress to them. Like, why are you doing this?
That's right.
Yep. So it's very, very odd.
People doing things that they don't really want or they're not enjoying.
Yes, that's right. And so I'm hoping to take out the fear of taking that step. That if you are unhappy and you have this passion that you want to follow, it is scary, but at the same time, the benefits are going to
outweigh,
come to you.
That's right.
Yes, in multitudes.
That's right.
And I always say to people what you've just said: if you find your passion and you do that, don't worry about money. It'll come to you.
That's right. It will.
You'll be doing a great job. People will see you love it, and that's all you need.
Yep. You've got to be authentic and passionate.
Yes.
They're the two things, and have stickability.
Yes, exactly. Sticky.
Yes.
I'm always interested. When you see people who do public speaking, or they even the reverse, they're quite a shy person. Don't really hear much from them, and then you find out they're a singer on the weekend, or something. Whoa, that person's so shy. So would you say you're an introvert or an extrovert?
We were just talking about this. I am probably an extrovert, but in saying that, I like my own space. I have my calm, quiet times in my own space, and I need my own space as well. So I probably am more of an extrovert, so I'm very much out there. I'm a pretty loud sort of person, and bubbly person, probably social. But in the same breath, I do like my own space. And so when I still get nervous doing a demo, going to someone's house and speaking in front of them, and, until I settle down a bit, there's always that little bit of a butterfly in my tummy that goes, oh, gosh, what are you going to say? What are you going to do? Even though I've been doing it for such a long time. But, I still get a little bit nervous, and I think that's also a bit of excitement as well. But definitely an extrovert, probably mostly.
And how you were just mentioning you like your own space. Some people have little routines or rituals, might be called. So I'm a night person, and I really can get much more done during the night, talking sort of admin and things like that, than during the day. Do you have something that you must do in the morning or you must do at night that keeps you focused and it makes sure you have a good day or you've had a good day?
Well, I do always go to the gym in the morning. A bit of CrossFit, as you said. I'm a bit of a CrossFit enthusiast.
Yes.
I like to be active but also have a clear brain. It's good thinking time when you're on the rowing machine or, running 200, 400 metres, dying. But it's very good. It gives me clarity to get out, do that first up in the morning, and that helps me get on with my day. I do also, if I'm working a lot, I'm very much for time planning, giving myself a day off here or a day off there to just relax and not do work, because it's really important for me. I just like to re-energise myself by having my own space and my own time, and that helps me. I look forward to knowing when that day is, and then afterwards that's fantastic. I can work at 100% now.
Well, you've touched on there sort of a work-life balance. So what's your take on work-life balance? Because a lot of people would think it has to be every second day you have to be 50-50 work-life.
It's really, really difficult to switch off when you do have your own business, but it's important that you do because you'll just burn out and you'll dislike what you're doing in the end. So it took me a long time to learn that work-life balance, because Wayne will say, I was constantly working and thinking about work. Probably in the last 5 years it's changed and slowed down a little bit because I've slowed it down myself. I've given myself a day off here and I give myself weekends here. It's important, work-life balance. And, your family is the most important, so it's important to put them first. When you do have your own business, it's difficult. because you think, oh no, the business, the money's coming in, the money is what we need. But your money's not going to be there if you burn yourself out.
And did you have a sense of guilt of taking a day off?
Yes. Yeah. In the beginning, definitely, until I started working it and planning my time and going, wow, this is balanced. I'm having, some time not working and the other time I am working. So it's balanced. I can see it. So it's good to have a plan, a diary, a monthly planner where you can see exactly what you're doing. And I do have that every month. I have that, and I pre-book everything. So I know what's coming up and what's happening.
Because I know when I started giving myself a Friday off, I felt guilty.
Yes.
And I'd be thinking, I
should be at work. I should be earning this much money.
I could be. I've had another inquiry. I could do that on that day. Yep. But as you know, with manual labour, you do really need that break. And I really found that my body needs to stop, needs rest.
Yeah.
But then as well, it's the flip side of people, like what are people saying to you? I would get, oh, are you not busy now?
Yeah.
Oh, no. You know how you have a weekend?
That's right. This is my day. Exactly. Some people at my gym don't think I work because they see me at the gym all the time and don't see me going to a 9-to-5 job.
Yes.
That's because I schedule my time to go to the gym and then work.
Yes.
So, you do have to do that.
Yeah, no, it is important. And it's important not to let that guilt be too much.
That's right.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
That's right. And there are times in family life and business where one will be more of a priority.
Definitely.
So at the start of a business, you really do have to focus lots of energy into building it, and you might be constantly on the phone, constantly doing something.
That's right.
But it'll balance out once it's established. Then you get more of your family time.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I'm really interested to know how different people see success. So some people see success as, I've got all this money in the bank, but they're all their time is on their business. They've got no social life. If they're with a family, their family's missing them. On the flip side, someone might be awards. They want to be accomplishing different awards. They want to be acknowledged. They want, public recognition for what's going on. And that's that's what gives them that little, I'm doing a good job. It keeps them going. What would you say is your idea of success?
Well, for me, in the business that I'm in, it's my customers coming back to me. For me, that makes my relationship with my customers successful if I know they're going to come back to me. So when they're referring me to their friends and their own family, it means to me that what I'm doing is successful at my business level. And then also seeing the girls on my team grow their own businesses and see them believe in themselves and know that they're successful as well. That makes me feel like I'm successful because I've been leading them on the business side of things, and they're having their own successes and beliefs and hitting their own goals and targets. For me, that's good for me. That makes me feel like I'm winning.
Oh, that's awesome. And on a side note, where did you go with Anyo last year?
Oh, gosh.
Was it New York?
Yes.
New York. Yes. You have awesome perks.
Yes, we have great perks. Overseas holidays like you can't believe. I went to New York business class, which I also qualified for. So, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think. I also went to Thailand last year as well, and then in January this year went to Austria.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Wonderful trips.
Sorry.
Can I just add one thing? You were asking me about the things that make me feel successful.
Yes.
So when we went to New York last year and I was inducted into the Enyo Hall of Fame,
yes,
I think that for me was the pinnacle in my business.
Yes.
It was something that I'd always aspired to get and be inducted in the Hall of Fame, because there's only obviously 25 of us, because we've been around, 24. This year there'll be 25 of us. And it was always something that I thought, oh my gosh, I'll never be that good and that that sort of person that, is inspirational to other people and that fantastic in their business. But last year I was inducted into the Enyo Hall of Fame, and for me, I think that was probably that was probably my highlight, my business highlight.
Yeah. Oh, it would have been awesome.
So yes, I aspired to it, and I think the year before at our last festival, I'd said to one girl in particular, I'd said to her, next year when we go to New York, I want to be on the stage and be a Hall of Famer. And I never for once thought I would be, because when it was announced, I wasn't even thinking it was going to be me. But yeah.
Oh, so you didn't know until?
No, until the night. All my family knew, everybody knew except me.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
So yes, but I just feel so blessed to be around or in that group of people that are Hall of Famers for Enyo. They're people who've, spent a lot of time in the business and influenced a lot of people to change the way they clean and also inspire people in their own Enyo businesses. So
yeah,
I feel quite honoured.
So if someone's out there listening to Sue's story and they're thinking, oh, I want to be happy. I want to be happy like Sue. I want to feel like I'm achieving something, that each day I'm doing something that's impacting on people's life in a positive way. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. It's not a drag to get out of bed.
Yeah.
I'm just on the fence. Do I take the leap? Don't I? What?
Do it.
Do it.
What's the worst that can happen? That's got to be the question you ask yourself. What is the worst thing that can happen? Have belief in yourself and surround yourself with positive and like-minded people. If you're going to get the support and the motivation from people around you, stick with them and believe in yourself and give it a go.
And talking about support networks, if you don't have the support network around you, it doesn't, because sometimes people don't understand the drive for having a business. Why do you want all that responsibility, blah, blah, blah. It's important to sort of find maybe business groups. That's or
right. Just community groups, people that you can talk to who have been in your, they've travelled your journey, so they're going to be able to give you tips and hints and support you on your journey.
Yeah.
But don't doubt yourself. Always back yourself.
That's right. That's right. And you can always go and get another job.
You can always get a real job.
That's right. A real, yes, we're using air quotes there.
Air fingers.
Real quote.
A couple of books I'd recommend.
Yeah.
The one that I did really enjoy a long time ago was called Being Happy. I can't even think of the author's name, but it's called Being Happy, and it's a fantastic, really easy to read book. And it just, gives you some really good, simple business and life skills.
Do you still have it?
Yes, I do.
Do you refer to it?
Yes, all the time. It's got sticky notes in it and highlight pens right the way through it. So, it's fantastic.
Oh, that's awesome.
And Dr. Zeus, the other book would be Oh, the Places We Go, or The Places, that one.
So when you become an entrepreneur,
you get that.
That's from you. Oh,
well, it's from Barb.
It's from Barb.
It's from Enyo.
Right.
Yeah. And it's a fantastic book to read. Again, it's another really good motivational book.
Yeah. I thought that was really cute.
It's very, very cute.
Yes. Great idea.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think it's just been so interesting. I've known you for this long, but it's good to know
more about me.
All the secrets.
It's scary.
Secrets. So what have you got planned for the weekend? Relax?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not too much. Yep. Going to gym in the morning, to yoga in the morning. Oh. And then, I'm going to do some things. Family's going to be here maybe, so
Oh, awesome. Well, I want to really thank you, Sue, because I appreciate your time. It's so precious, and you've taken a lot of time out for this interview. And I know lots of people will listen, and you will inspire people.
I hope so.
And it's just an interesting story.
Yeah. Well, I hope I inspire someone to go, I'm going to give something a go. Because that's all you need to do is give it a go.
That's right. And if they are in a job at the moment that they're not all that happy with, or they think it could be better, just find the positive in it.
Or they've got a little plan in the back of their heads that they're not ready to start. Give it a go.
That's right. Oh, awesome. Let's high five. Yeah. Okay, well,
thanks for having me.
You're welcome, Sue. You're welcome. And everyone will have to check out your Facebook page. I'll put all the links in the show notes and on Facebook, my page. And you might get some little likers or
questions. Anyone wants to ask me anything, go for it.
Yeah. Oh, awesome.
Thanks,
okay, Sue. You're welcome. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening, and I hope you really enjoyed this week's tale. Let me now invite you to pop over to our Facebook group called Pink Sheep Tales Podcast, and there you can stay up to date with all the exciting news from our pink sheep. You can also find myself at OCD, Organising, Cleaning and Decluttering Specialist on Facebook or on my website ocdpro.com.au. Well, I'll catch you back here next week. Until then, enjoy yourself.